I just wanted to do a little Black Friday haul. It's not going to be as incredible as some of the hauls that you see here on YouTube because I am not rich and I do not need that much stuff. So we'll get started with some drawing supplies. So first thing I got, or one of the things I got, is this set of Tombow dual brush pens. I have a ton of these now. I think I have like 65. But these are actually for my friend. She's getting into lettering and calligraphy, so I thought these would be a good gift for her. Since I have so many of them, I tend to purchase them more like this as open stock. So these are the 5 that I got at Michael's on Black Friday. Then I placed an order for something more special from Blick, but I really wanted free shipping, so we got 14 more Tombow markers. Let's see. Oh, from Mr. Pen on Amazon Haul, which I don't know if you've heard about Amazon Haul, but it's basically Amazon's response to shops like Temu. So it's maybe lower quality, but less expensive, and it takes a little while longer to come in the mail. So these are Mr. Pen highlighters and pens and pen refills. I really like the color palette that this is set in. I would open it for you, but this is another gift for a friend. Like I said, I just don't really need that much at this point. So I didn't buy a ton of stuff. I didn't buy a ton of stuff for myself. A lot of this is for friends for Christmas gifts. My friend is religious, and these highlighters are supposed to be good for Bibles. Like the thin paper that are in Bibles, it's supposed to not bleed through to the other side. So I thought these would be a good gift for her. I got my favorite highlighters in the big set. I'm so excited for these. I use these all the time in my bullet journal. As you can tell, I've already opened it and used some of them. I have the small set of like 6 or 8. So I'm super excited to have a 24 pack of Sharpie S-Note highlighters. And the last thing for our drawing supplies is my most excited new possession. Guys, I got myself the Derwent drawing pencils. I'm so excited. Let me open these up for you so you can see just how beautiful they are. Look how autumnal this color palette is. It's just gorgeous. It's so beautiful. I feel like if you just made anything with just these pencils, it would look incredible simply because it is so cohesive in just the color palette. But they also have a thicker, let's see if I can show you, a thicker pencil lead. So that's supposed to be good for different types of sketching and shading and stuff, I guess. I don't know. I'm new to this, but they were like 45% off on Blick, so I think they were 45% off on Amazon. So truly, I could have just got them on Amazon and not gotten all the Tombow markers to get free shipping with Blick, but it was like 6 in the morning and my brain wasn't working, and I was so excited that I ordered it all. Now let's move on to some kind of miscellaneous journaling things. I got this really pretty green pencil case with a gold zipper. I got this for my friend. I'm not gonna put the highlighters and stuff in here because they came in such a nice case. They came in this little case, so I'm gonna leave them in there. But I got this pencil case, and then I got a set of like vintagey kind of color sticky notes, and so I'm gonna give some of these to my friend and put them down in here for her Christmas gift. They match the highlighters that I purchased for her, so the highlighters and the pencil case and the sticky notes all kind of match. Alright, so moving on to journaling supplies. I got myself this little sticker book, and it's actually really nice looking stickers. But I like to bullet journal like I mentioned. But my bullet journal oftentimes looks kind of sad because I don't draw in it very much, and I just don't put a whole lot of effort into it. So I thought having something like this where it's curated towards the month, I can just throw some stickers on it. I only do a monthly spread, so I don't do weeklies or dailies anymore. I've kind of figured out with bullet journaling what works best for me, what I actually need and use for the month. So I think this is perfect, just the right amount of stickers for each of my monthly spreads. Alright, so moving on to, well, this is still journaling supplies, but it's a little bit different. It's more for like scrapbooky kind of journaling. I got these washi tape stickers that are like vintage astronomy, I think is what it was called. But they're just beautiful pieces of washi tape stickers. There's actually double this, but I pulled out half of them to give to my friend because she's into journaling as well, or getting into it. And then we also got this junk journal cutouts. I do not junk journal yet. It's definitely something I'm considering. But we'll open this. Show you what came inside it. So it came with these different size. So these are the smaller ones. Scrapbook paper cutouts that are just absolutely gorgeous. I like to use scrapbook paper in my daily doodle diary, which is kind of like a sketchbook. Where you just do one drawing a day. I like to put these if I use alcohol markers, and you know that alcohol markers bleed through everything, so you can't really use the next page or the back side of the paper. So I like to put scrapbook paper for that. And then it also came with, these are the similar, they're just larger size pieces of scrapbook paper. And then 2 little botanical sticker sheets. And I might pull some of these out because there's so many. I might pull some of these out and give them to my friend that is getting into junk journaling. Okay. Now we're gonna go towards like journals. First, we've got these 2 marker pads. I got one for myself and one for one of my friends. And they're just that really slick, thick, coated paper, so that your markers don't bleed through. Hold on just a second. I'm gonna cough. Okay, sorry. I had to pause for a second so I could cough. Throat's getting a little dry. But I got these 2 marker pads. They are not like Ohuhu brand or anything. I don't even see a brand on here. So I'm not sure how great they'll work. But I got my friend some alcohol markers back in like July. She has children. She has 2 little girls and has not been doing much art since she had her babies. And so she mentioned how she had seen some videos of alcohol markers and she was curious about them and wanted to get into them and thought that it was maybe a good way she could get some quick art done. So I bought her a set of alcohol markers this summer and I thought this would go perfectly with that. I wish I had gotten a set of pastel alcohol markers when they were on sale for Black Friday for her for Christmas. But you know, it is what it is. I'll get her something, some more markers at some point. We just kind of pick up things for each other when we see them, you know, if we can afford it. And so it doesn't necessarily have to be for Christmas. I can get it for her later on. Okay, now here's my big journal I'm obsessed with. Dun, 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 dun. Isn't she beautiful? Oh my goodness. Look at the binding, the back. I love this journal. My best friend and I went shopping together on Saturday after Thanksgiving, so the day after Black Friday. And we went to a little metaphysical shop where, you know, they sell crystals and incense and stuff. But we found these on the bottom shelf. There was only 2 left, so we each got one. And she's the friend that I mentioned that's getting into junk journaling, so she's gonna junk journal on hers. I might try junk journaling. I thought I would use mine as more of a sketchbook, but we'll see. So let's open it and I'll show you how beautiful this paper is. Isn't that just gorgeous? It's incredibly thick. And it is, so my friend's journal came with a page in the front that talked about the journal and how it's made. It's handcrafted from artists in India. And the paper is all recycled paper, so it's a no tree, or I think they called it tree-free system. So all of this paper is handmade and it's just so beautiful. And look how much paper there is. This is such a thick notebook or journal. So I'm really excited to get into this and really have some fun. But let me look. I think that's everything. I saved this for last, you know, save the best for last. But yeah, I think this is all of it. So I guess we'll swatch the drawing supplies that I purchased. I'm not gonna do it in that new notebook because I'm obsessed with it and I don't want to have a random swatch page, but I'll do it in this marker pad. I actually tend to do my swatches at the back of the book, so we'll go to the last page and do some swatching. I'm not gonna open what I purchased for my friends because, well, that would just be kind of rude. So I'm not gonna do that, but I will swatch all my Tombos that I purchased and the Sharpies, the Sharpie S-Note highlighters and the Derwent drawing pencils. In case you want to purchase any of this for yourself, I will use my Tombow. I just love Tombow apparently. Tombow Fudenosuke pen to write down the colors. So let's get started. I love this 027. It's like a olivey yellow green. Let's see, that's 027. My beautiful handwriting. Then we have 993, which is more of a goldy yellow. I love the Tombow markers, but I truly wish that they had, instead of just the number, I wish that they had a name for them, like avocado green or something. This one was 098. This beautiful royal purple, I think it's actually called royal purple on their website, is 606. And this very dark purple that almost just looks like gray or black, 679. So these are the 5 that I got at Michael's on Black Friday. Then we'll do the ones that I got from Blick. Six, 7, 6. I know this one is called Redwood. I don't really know how I remember that, but I don't know, for some reason it stuck with me. 873, it's a nice like pale pinky skin tone, and then the 899 is a dark skin tone. I tried to get a couple skin tone. Well, you can barely even see this one. I tried to get a couple of skin tone markers. I have a couple, but you know, you can always use more whenever you draw as many people and portraits as some of us are known to do. 850. And I realized I had gotten into a good swing of having dark skin tones, but I just didn't have very many light skin tones, so I picked up these 4, really 3, because I feel like that 873 is very pink. I don't know that I would. Actually, I think I did use that on somebody, and my light was really dim whenever I did it, and so whenever I took it into the other room, because I was drawing in bed that night, when I took it to the other room in the morning, I was like, oh my goodness, she is pink, pink, pink. 815. 026. I love this like mustard yellow gold color. This is one of my favorite markers that I picked up. So if you'll believe it, this 905, I do remember this one. On the website, this one is called Red. Of all of the red tones that could be labeled as red, this orangey red is what they decided to label red. Just kind of boggles the mind. 837. I actually already have this one. It's like a nice light tan. 942. I actually already have this one. I didn't realize it when I ordered it from Blick, so I put the extra one away. I have a little box for any duplicate markers, so if I ever run out, I can get into my little box of duplicates. Or, like I said, my friend is getting into lettering and calligraphy, the one I bought this set for. So if she gets into it pretty well and is enjoying it, then maybe I'll pull out some of my duplicates and give them to my friend. This is 817. I know this one's called Mauve or yeah, big mauve. So that's all the Tombos. So we'll just write Tombow. Alright. Then we got the Sharpie S-Note highlighters, which I think we can swatch on right here. I think 24 will fit right there pretty. I don't know, because this is only 5, 10, 15, 24. Maybe not. Maybe we'll swatch on this page. Maybe we'll do the Derwent art pencils down here on the 2 pages. So I'll just set these to the side. Put them right here so you can, you know, see them. And I'm an aesthetic YouTuber now. My goodness, guys, I've made it. Look at me, I'm elevating my craft. Do not consider myself a YouTuber at all. But alas, here we are making a YouTube video. Oh, I also got this beautiful carnelian crystal bracelet. I'm not super into crystals, but my friend and I have been kind of getting into it a little more. Hence why we went to a metaphysical shop in the first place. And carnelian is supposed to help with creativity and self-expression. So I thought putting it on my arm that I draw with and, you know, maybe let it work its magic. I love these highlighters so much. They layer really well. They're great if you want to do portraits like Chris Hong does, where you do ballpoint pen and highlighter. They're great for that, doing like gesture studies and then going in with your ballpoint pen over the top to kind of find those lines that you like the most and put in more detail. But they're great for layering, and like I said, I use them for my bullet journal. I've had my other S-Notes for probably 2 or 3 years now, and I've not used them up yet. They're not dry or anything, but you can tell that they've been loved. They get a lot of use in my bullet journal. These blues and purples are just giving me life right now. Oh my goodness. I guess I should have gone up, down instead of across, because now we're going to start back into the pinks. If you bought anything on Black Friday and you want to show me, I would love to see what you purchased. Love to see your own little mini. Is this even in focus? Okay. I think having the box right here and my hand is throwing off the focus. But if you purchased anything, you want to show me your little art haul, please feel free to send me a DM on Instagram or post it and tag me. I'd love to see. I am guilty of very much enjoying art hauls on YouTube. Even though, you know, I try to not overconsume. I'm not always good about that. I get it back in focus. I am not always the best about not over-consuming. You can ask my husband about that. But this is driving me crazy that it keeps coming out of focus. Oh my goodness. Get it together. Here we go. But I try to not overconsume too much, buy things that I don't need. I did pretty bad about that at one point, and actually this summer I put together a whole box of art supplies, like all my acrylic paint that I've literally never used, some alcohol inks that were still in their packaging, never used, never even opened. So I boxed all this stuff up that I had never used before and sold it on Facebook Marketplace for $50. I think the total value of that box was probably close to $400. So somebody got a good deal out of it, and it was nice to be able to send those art supplies to a better home, you know, where they can be loved, because they were not getting any love and attention from me. Let me move these markers real quick. Now for the beautiful Derwent art pencils, or drawing pencils. Let me get my Fudenosuke out again. Here it is. So we can write these names down. This is light sienna, so you might not be able to see it too well. Oh, I feel like am I shaking the camera? Oops. Well, I was just bragging about being a YouTuber, and here I go shaking the camera. Light sienna. And I'm writing the names of these again, in case you are interested in purchasing any of these. You do not have to get the Derwent drawing pencils. As a set, they also come open stock like the Tombos do. So you can just buy, you know, 1 or 2 pencils at a time, which would save you a ton of money. I had planned on doing that, and when I went to Michael's, to pick up some, they didn't have them. They didn't have any Derwent drawing pencils at all. And on their website it says Michael's only sells them through Blick, which is why I went over to the Blick website. And I had intended on just purchasing like the small set, the like 6-pack or 10-pack, I think, or maybe 12-pack, 6 or 12. But it just was a good deal. They were, you know, 45% off, like I said, to get the 24-pack, and I've been eyeballing them for a year or so. So I, you know, talked to my husband, and he was on board with me getting them for myself as like a little Christmas present, and so that's what we did. And I definitely would not encourage or typically spend, you know, they were still $45. They're usually, I think, $80. I wouldn't normally spend $45 on colored pencils, but every now and then, you know, we're allowed to treat ourselves, and Christmas is a good time to do that, especially around Black Friday with the really good sales. As far as I know, today is Warm Earth, not warmth. Today is December 11th, and I looked last night, and these were still on sale on Amazon for $45. So if you're interested in getting the set, you can still get the same deal that I got. I don't know how long they'll be on sale, but they were still on sale on Amazon last night. This one's just called Wheat. Oh no! You see that? The thing just came right out. We're just gonna push it back in and pretend that didn't happen. No, stay in there. I just need to swatch you. I don't want to go get my sharpener. Oh, this is embarrassing. Fighting the pencil lead. Well, it's a light color, so we're gonna just call that good. Hopefully you can see it, but it's yellow ochre. It's very light yellow ochre. I feel like yellow ochre is usually closer to the brown ochre. Maybe it's light because I broke the lead. No, it's just light. Put that back in there. I don't know if y'all enjoy the swatching part. I guess if you don't enjoy it, you probably already left, which is totally fine. I'm not gonna fault anybody for not finishing the video. But if you do, I'm glad that you're still here. Glad you're still with me. This Mars orange is just absolute chef's kiss. Oh, the pumpkins I will draw with Mars orange. Is this Sanguine? It's a beautiful color too. I feel like you can kind of see, even though we're only about halfway, just over halfway done swatching these, I feel like you can already see what I was saying earlier of the color palette for these colored pencils is so beautifully in tune with each other. It's not like, you know, with, I guess Prismacolor has some sets that they curate to be like a botanical or tropical or whatever themes. But if you buy a set, typically you're getting like red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, black, brown, gray. But here you're getting all these beautiful autumnal, we're gonna put cotta down here, terracotta, there we go. Getting all these beautiful autumnal colors all in one set, so they just really go well together. I feel like you could grab 3 to 5 of these, any one of these, and make a beautiful cohesive illustration, just because of the fact that they're so in tune with each other. We're gonna sneak this set on the very edge of the paper. This one's called Ruby Earth. Oh gosh, my marker is just running away from me. Ruby Earth. Chocolate. I hear about chocolate all the time when I'm watching YouTube videos of people using these Derwent. Everybody seems to really like this chocolate color. And then I think it's Evie Draws, I believe is the channel. She loves that terracotta color, which I can see why. I'm quite partial to the terracotta myself. That very beautiful red-brown. This is Ivory Black. Warm Gray. Warm gray with an E for our Euro friends over here. Let's see, here's a cool gray with an E. I actually didn't know that gray with an A is American and gray with an E is European until just the other day someone said it. And I always thought that gray with an A was the color and gray with an E was like the last name, like Grey's Anatomy. We're gonna swatch this, but you're not gonna be able to see anything because it's Chinese white. So here is our Tombos. Then this was our Sharpie. S-Note. And these are the Derwent. There we go. My handwriting's not so great today, but that's all right. And right now, my husband is in the other room in an interview for an internship, so I cannot go in there and get my alcohol markers. But maybe I will insert a little clip of me trying this marker paper. I'll swatch some alcohol markers here and see if it does bleed through. Checking if the Tombow bleeds through doesn't really tell us much because Tombows don't bleed through most art paper. I feel like it probably would bleed through, like, you know, oh my gosh, there we go. I feel like Tombows would probably bleed through like printer paper, but most art paper it's not gonna bleed through, so it doesn't really tell us much. So I will see if I can insert a little clip of me swatching the trying out the durability of this paper with alcohol markers. But as for now, that is it for me. So thank you for being here, and I hope you have a wonderful holiday season, whatever holiday it is that you celebrate, and have a beautiful new year. Bye.